So today I want to talk a little bit about the glory of God. One of my favorite songs from Third Day is Show Me Your Glory, coming from a line that Moses said to God in Exodus 33. I want to mention that in just a second. I was out the other day with my daughter having a date night, and we were talking a little bit about God and how He is so glorious. And it just kind of came to me, and I wanted to share with you the notes I made on the kids page. Oh, those are some notes. Well, I don't ever know. I don't know if it's holy. It's in crayon, so, it's not in calligraphy in the old King James. Sorry about that. But anyway, let's talk about the glory of God. The glory of God is a physical manifestation of who God is. It's a tangible way for us as physical beings to know God. Look at what it says in Deuteronomy 5:24. God has just given the Ten Commandments there. And the cloud, what's called the Shekinah glory, the cloud of God is over there. And the people say, "Behold, the Lord our God has shown us His glory and greatness, and we've heard His voice out of the midst of the fire." Again, going back to that song of Third Day, when Moses said in Exodus 33:18, said, "Show me your glory." And the Lord said in 33:20, it said, "You cannot see," there the eye is, "you cannot see my face, for no man shall see me and live." And we know that Moses was hid in the cleft of the rock and got to see the backside of the glory of God, the manifestation of God. God's glory is always connected with a manifestation, a physical manifestation for us to know Him even more. I love what Psalm 19:1 says. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims His handiwork." And Psalm 34:8 says, "Come and taste and see that the Lord is good." I remember the story of Jesus when He was going to resurrect Lazarus. And Martha and Mary are there. And Martha, He says this one line to Martha. He says, "Did I not tell you, if you believed, you would see the glory of God?" Now, what was the glory of God? Well, Jesus, we know His whole life was the glory of God, and everything He did magnified the Father, glorified the Father. He was Christ in the flesh. The Word became flesh and dwelt among us. His glory, the manifestation of the reality of God, the physical reality of who God was Emmanuel, God with us, Christ. And here He shows the glory of God by raising a tangible way that the people there could see, a physical, tangible way that the people saw the manifestation of the glory of God. Now, what does that mean to us? I like what 1 John 4:17 says. It says, "As He is," being Jesus, "so also are we in the world." See, we are the conduit. I had a piece of conduit right here. This is a galvanized pipe. It is either meant to hold electrical wire or plumbing, and it is the conduit for which the water would flow through to get to the place where it's needed. Well, we are the conduit today. We are the physical manifestations of God's glory. Why? Because Christ in us is the hope of glory. See, God's glory is us living empowered by the Holy Spirit, totally connected with the Holy Spirit, following His will, not our will. That's what Jesus said. He says, "I don't do anything on my own will. I don't do anything on my own accord. I do it as the Father leads me." He was empowered by the Holy Spirit to do all that the Father had. Now we are to imitate Christ in that same way. We are to show His glory. We're to allow His love, His agape, His patience, His kindness to live in us, as Galatians 2:20 says, "I've been crucified with Christ. It's no longer I, it's no longer Dave that lives. It's that Christ lives in me. Now I rest in the fact that He lives in me, and I allow His life and light to shine to a dark world that needs to know what real love is." Thanks for watching. For more of these videos, you can go to promisedgrace.com. Thanks and God bless.